Hello everyone, welcome. So I'll just tell you the ongoing courses on Unacademy before getting to today's class. As you can see, Unacademy has produced 7 trackers in R1 to 20 and 20 learners from R21 to 100 and 143 learners from R101 to 761. So there is a price hike coming on 9/12. So you can purchase course within 9/12 if you need. There is also an optional courses launching on 8th December, and there is a new batch starting on 8th December for 2022 and 2023 preparation aspirants. And there is also, you will also get a free test series if you purchase 1 year course, right? And you can also attend scholarship test to avail scholarship. And there is also an iconic subscription where you can have a live mentoring and study planner, etc. You can also avail loan you want, right? You can use my code Prasanna10 for 10% off. PRASANNA10, right? So yes, so we'll get back into our classes, right? Hello everyone, welcome. This is lecture number 20 of Laplace transform. So far what we are doing is we have been solving some problems based on Laplace transform. This is 20th video. So for the last 2 to 3 videos, we have been discussing what is the effect of multiplication of f of t by t power n in finding the Laplace transform, and what is the effect of multiplication of f of t by 1 by t in finding the Laplace transform, right? So we already proved this both the property in the previous videos, and we have been solving the problems based on this first property, right? Now what we're going to do is we're going to solve some problems based on this property, that is what is the effect of multiplication of f of t by 1 by t. So we already proved that it is equal to integral s to infinity f of s ds, where f of s is the Laplace transform of f of t, right? Yes. So remember the formula, L of 1 by t f of t is equal to integral s to infinity f of s ds, where f of s is the Laplace transform of f of t, right? Yes. Now what we're going to do is we're going to do some problems based on this property, right? Yes. The first is find the Laplace transform of, so find the Laplace transform of, the first question is e power minus t into sine t divided by t, right? Yes. So you can see we need to find, L of e power minus t sine t divided by t, right? Now you can see it is of the form L of 1 by t into f of t. So here my f of t is e power minus t sine t. So I can make use of the previous property, it will be equal to integral s to infinity L of f of t into ds, right? So you can see integral s to infinity f of s ds, where f of s is the Laplace transform of f of t, right? So here my f of t is equal to e power minus t sine t. Now we will find Laplace transform of e power minus t sine t, and then we will integrate with respect to with the limit from s to infinity, right? Yes. So this will be equal to integral s to infinity. Now what is the Laplace transform of e power minus t sine t? Very easy. What we can do? We can use shifting property, right? So this will be equal to, so we know the property. So what is the property? We already proved this, right? So we know that L of e power minus at into f of t, right? L of e power minus at into f of t, L of e power minus at into f of t is same as, we already proved this, right? So you find the L of Laplace transform of f of t, in that you replace s by s plus a, right? We already proved this. So now I'm going to make use of that. So this will be, so find the Laplace transform of sine t. So find the Laplace transform of sine t. In that answer you replace s by s plus 1, because my a is equal to 1 year, right? E power minus at, a is equal to 1 year. So already we have ds. Now we can continue with problem. So this will be integral s to infinity. Now what is Laplace transform of sine t? So L of, what is Laplace transform of sine at? It is a by s square plus a square. So here a is 1, so it will be having 1 by s square plus 1. In that you replace s by s plus 1, right? In that you replace s by s plus 1. Already we have ds, right? So you can see integral s to infinity ds will remain. So we are finding the Laplace transform of e power minus t sine t. So it is same as L of sine t, replace s by s plus 1. So L of sine at, right? So what is L of sine at? It is a divided by s square plus a square. So a is 1 year, so 1 by s square plus 1, right? Yes. So in that you replace s by s square plus 1. So this will be integral s to infinity 1 divided by s plus 1 whole square plus 1, right? So now we need to integrate this and then we need to apply upper limit minus lower limit. We'll get the required answer, right? So this will be equal to integral s to infinity 1 divided by s plus 1 whole square into ds. Now we know that integral 1 by 1 plus x square is equal to tan inverse of x, right? So I'm going to make use of this. So this is nothing but tan inverse of s plus 1, right? Because instead of x we have s plus 1, so 1 by 1 plus x square. So instead of x we have s plus 1. Limit is from s to infinity. So this will be tan inverse of infinity minus tan inverse of s plus 1. That is in yes you substitute upper limit, so it will be infinity plus 1. This s will remain as it is, right? So tan inverse of infinity is pi by 2 and this will remain as it is, which is tan inverse of s plus 1. If you want, you can also write this as cot inverse of s plus 1. So therefore Laplace, because pi by 2 minus tan inverse of x is cot inverse of x, right? So trigonometric inverse trigonometric identity is that tan inverse of x tan inverse of x plus cos inverse of x is equal to pi by 2, right? Yes. So pi by 2 minus tan inverse of s is cot inverse of s, we have s plus 1. So I'm writing this as cot inverse of s plus 1. So therefore my Laplace transform of e power minus t sin t by t will be equal to cot inverse of s plus 1, right? Yes. So I'll move on to second problem. Find the Laplace transform of 1 minus cos 2t divided by t, right? 1 minus cos 2t divided by t. So again you can see it is of the form L of 1 by t f of t. So this will be equal to integral s to infinity L of 1 minus cos 2t into ds, right? So L of f of t into ds. So here my f of t is 1 minus cos 2t. So this is equal to integral s to infinity. Now what is L of 1? L of 1 is 1 by s minus what is L of cos 2t? It is s by s square plus a square. So a is equal to 2, right? So L of 1 is 1 by s, L of cos at, right? We know these formulas. L of cos at will be equal to s by s square plus a square. So therefore my a is equal to 2 here. Now we will integrate this. So this will be equal to integral s to infinity 1 by s ds minus integral s to infinity s by s square plus 4 ds, right? S by s square plus 4 ds. Now what I will do is we will integrate this. So we know integration of 1 by s is log s, right? So this will be log s, right? Limit is from s to infinity. Now we know that integral f dash of x divided by f of x is same as log of f of x, right? This is a basic integration formula that we come across in previous classes, right? Now you can see if I take this as f of s, so this is same as here instead of x we have s, no problem, right? So if we take this as f of s, it will be s square plus 4. If we have this derivative in the numerator means I can use this formula, right? If we have the derivative of this in the numerator, I can use this formula by integrating. But the problem is, what is the derivative of this? It is 2s plus 0, right? So derivative is 2s, but here we have only 1s. So what I will do is I will multiply and divide this by 2. So we will be having 2s by s square plus 4 ds. The limit is from s to infinity. Now I can use the formula that this is equal to, so we will be having this to be equal to log s, limit is from s to infinity minus this is 1 by 2 log of s square plus 4, right? Log of s square plus 4. I think you're getting my point, right? So integral f dash of s divided by f of s is equal to log of f of s. So instead of f of s we have s square plus 4, right? Yes. Now limit is from s to infinity, right? Yes. We will apply the limit. Before that we will simplify this. So we will be having log s, limit is from s to infinity. I can write this as log of root of s square plus 4, right? Because if I take this 1 by 2 to the power we'll be having log s square plus 4 whole power 1 by 2, because log a power x is x log a. So I can take this 1 by 2 to the power of this, so which is root of s square plus 4. The limit is from s to infinity. Now log a minus log b is same as log a by b. So we'll be having root s by root of s square plus 4. Limit is from s to infinity. We'll apply upper limit minus lower limit. Now the important thing is you cannot apply this infinity directly, right? So when you apply this, when you put s is equal to infinity, you'll be having infinity by infinity, right, which is indeterminate form. So we'll try to find what happens when s is tending to infinity, right? So this will be, upper limit will be limit s tending to infinity log of s divided by root of s square plus 4 minus lower limit, so which is log of s divided by root of s square plus 4, right? So we cannot apply infinity directly, right? Because whenever we have limit in the integration, we cannot apply that directly. So what we will find is, we can find what happens when s is tending to infinity. We cannot find it directly at infinity, right? Because infinity is not a number. So we will try to find what happens when s is tending to infinity, right? Yes. Now upper limit is when s is tending to infinity, log of this value, and lower limit is you keep s as it is, right? Yes. Now we will try to find the limit for this. So this will be limit s tending to infinity. Now this will be log of s divided by, now if I take s outside here, we'll be having log of if I take s common here, that is I'm taking s square common here. If I take s square common in the outside, we'll be having s. So we'll be having this as 1 by 4 by s square, right? So what I'm doing is let me write this in steps so that you will have more clarity, right? What I'm doing is, so I'm writing this as root of, you just take s square common, we'll be having 1 divided by 4 by s square. Let us keep this term as it is, that log of s by root of s square plus 4, right? Now if I take this s square outside, so I need to take root of s square outside, right? So this will be limit s tending to infinity log of s divided by, so if I take this s square outside, so I need to take outside with root, so we'll be having s into root of 1 plus 4 by s square minus log of s divided by root of s square plus 4, right? So these two will get cancelled. Now when s is tending to infinity, this will tend to 0, right? This will tend to 0. So because 1 by infinity is 0, so we will be left with only 1, right? So here we have 1, here we have root 1 plus 0, so which is we will be left with log 1, right? Log 1 minus log of what we have, s by root of s square plus 4, right? s by root of s square plus 4. Okay. Now log 1 is 0, so this will be 0 minus log of s divided by root of s square plus 4. So this 0 will be vanished. So I can write this as, or I can also write this as log by s divided by root of s square plus 4 whole power minus 1, right? Because I can take this minus to the power if I have log. So this is same as log of root s square plus 4 divided by s, right? I'm just taking reciprocal to remove inverse, right? Yes. This is the Laplace transform. If not, you can also write this as log s square plus 4 divided by root of s square, right? I'm just writing s as root of s square. So therefore this will be log of root of s square plus 4 divided by s square is the required Laplace transform, right? I'm just simplifying to some more extent. Is the required Laplace transform for the function 1 minus cos 2t by t, right? Very important problem. So very easy, right? So only thing is you cannot apply infinity directly. So we'll try to find what happens when s is tending to infinity. So this will tend to 0. So we'll be having root of 1 plus 0, which is 1. So we'll be having 1 by 1. So log 1 is 0. So very easy, right? Yes. So we'll continue third problem in the next class, right? Yes.